Again, I'm a voyeur, so I love it. I'll watch it.
It was definitely
sideshows that would come in and stuff. Do you still do those?
Or yes.
Oh, and the butterflies, before you get on, you're waiting in line.
Certified free, 7 days a week.
Yo, what up, body shoppers? Joe Cimino here with
Mary Lou.
and
some God.
If God sounds a little different tonight, they're not using their normal microphone. They have an emergency microphone they're using. So
Yes, my apologies.
They're on remote.
I am.
yes, they're doing a remote cast.
They're on a remote cloud somewhere. So
so what is up, Brian? How you doing, buddy? Frankie. There we go. We got Lucky in the house.
Hey, Lucky.
I actually thought about this yesterday, the romper room thing, about getting a handheld mirror and then just taking the center out of it and doing it at the beginning of each show. What's up, Dana?
You have talked about that. Oh my God. For some years now.
You would think that at some point I would pull the trigger and just buy one, but I don't think about it until all of a sudden we're in the show, or just, I thought about it yesterday. And I was like, well, maybe I could find one on Amazon, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I just never did it.
It never pans out.
It's honestly not that important.
Yeah.
So what is up, Michael? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, John. Dana. Hello.
John. Yep. Turtle.
Yeah.
Everyone's popping up on the stream here. So we wanted to dedicate tonight's show to all things Canton. It's I can't believe that the final event is here, at least at this location. And it seems like when we made the announcement weeks ago, it seemed like so long. We had such a long time before things would wind down, and it's here.
Yeah.
So what's up, Dave? Dave Squibbers. So with that, I'm feeling a little, it's been an emotional day today, but I want to take just a few minutes to address a couple of things. When things like this are happening, just like with a divorce or any other terrible thing, people start getting feelings about certain things and being angry, upset, frustrated, hurt, all of those. What's up, Robert? What's up, Ricky?
Yep.
And, they look for reasons why these things are happening. And sometimes the person who is responsible is the easy target. And the truth of the matter is that they would be right. Ultimately, everything that happens with Canton falls squarely on my shoulders, and I bear that responsibility. And I feel bad that there are people that are upset about the fact that the Canton Club is closing, and or that when they were members, that maybe they feel that they weren't treated properly or treated in the way that they should have. But again, though, that's all my responsibility. And I accept that, and I apologize for it. I apologize that for those that are feeling angry or upset that something happened that allowed you to feel that way about the club or about me or about Mary Lou or any of the staff. Because that is not what we'd want. So the closing of the Canton Club is terrible for everybody. And if anybody who knows me knows that I'm pretty fucking bullheaded, and I probably would have saw this through to whatever end it would have come to. And I guess in some way we have. So with that, I want to divest of that and move on to better things to talk about. So anyway, let me catch up with everybody. So sorry for that somber whatever. So what's up, Minkuses? We got Brad in the house. We got the Merce sausage. Jamie, Amy, nice to see some of the people that we haven't seen in a hot minute. Turtle says that's fine. He'll just jerk off on your Pittsburgh floor. Well, somebody's got to do it, I guess. So
we have pee pads. Please use them.
What's
Put
that?
them on the floor. I said we have the piddle pads. Please use them on the floor before you do that.
Yeah,
Our cleaner would greatly appreciate that.
Maybe what we should do moving forward is have like sort of a questionnaire at the door, like, are you a squirter, whatever, and if you are, we like issue a pee pad to that person and say, well, if you're going to end up playing tonight, please make sure you use this, kind of like a like when you check into a hotel, they give you like a little gift bag or something, like with a bottle of water or whatever, maybe that.
I'm sorry.
Frankie.
Oh, Frankie.
Frankie was a topic of discussion today.
Oh, were your ears burning today, Frankie?
Charles says a wet and slippery sign. Yes. But yeah, so yeah, let's talk about Canton. What's up, Zoe? You have any fun stories about Canton?
Do I have any fun stories?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was in Canton opening night.
Yeah. What was that like?
Crazy.
Crazy. That's all you got? Crazy?
Well, hold on a second. It was packed. It was so freaking busy. And you have to remember, that was kind of like the soft opening per se of the club, because there were no walls. It was just the initial startup of things. So the capacity was a lot more because it was open space and there were no rooms per se at the time. So yeah, it was crazy. It was I remember being in the pit and enjoying myself.
Was that night?
Yes.
I didn't remember it to be that night.
Yes,
but we're going to circle back to that. So to give a little bit of context, if there's a few people, Dana remembers, a few other people watching might remember, but Canton was just a big wide open space when we first opened. There were literally no rooms. We had curtains set up with couches and like little private play areas. In the interest of full disclosure, yes, we were gonna put a hot tub in the pit. I mean, I had all these fucking crazy plans for this space. But honestly, it was the pit. This is the fucked up part. The pit was like the biggest reason that I wanted the space, because I literally saw it as an opportunity to create this big hot tub. And so two things with that, DJ's Island had that big hot tub, and I thought, man, that's the coolest thing in the world, and we're going to do that. We're going to have one of these in Canton. But as you start moving into it or whatever and investigating, you're like, that just seems like a lot of fucking work.
The logistics of swinger soup didn't hit your brain until afterwards, right?
Yes. So, that's not to say that I'm not happy with the fact that we took, moved into that location.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the biggest reason, which I think is hilarious that we never actually did it. We didn't even like put a regular hot tub down there. Like, you know, we could have at least done something, but
Yeah.
we didn't. So,
Well, afterwards, then it was like, you know, again, the logistics of it and people
Mhm.
walking around wet and so forth, and it was just kind of like, what is going on? But yeah.
Michael, if you can see us, we're seeing your comments. So I don't know what you're seeing or not seeing, but we're seeing you. Yeah, I mean, you know, there was a couple of times though that we did the mobile hot tub thing. We rented the hot tub where the guy came in and back to the end we filled it up and, you know, had an actual hot tub party, and those were pretty
Yeah.
fun. They were also pretty messy, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, it's so circling back to so that was your first time at the club.
It was
At the
my
Canton
first
Club?
time at the club with the club being open for
Okay.
the first time.
Can I tell the story from my perspective?
Oh my God.
I won't give too much detail.
No, you can.
Okay. Unless nobody wants to hear the story. I mean, you know.
No, go for it.
No, we want the story.
So this is way prior to Mary Lou and I being any sort of thing. And this was, I remember the story. I remember this happening, but I didn't remember to be grand opening night, which I think it makes it even fucking a greater story because now it was on grand opening night. What's up, Alicia?
Hey, Alicia.
So I'm just going to tell it to you from my perspective. Now the place is packed, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm walking through and I just happened to peek down into the pit, and I don't remember if there was a bed down there or if it were just couches or whatever. I think it was just couches. But all I remember seeing is I look down into the pit and I see Mary Lou looking up at me. Somebody on top of her who is not her partner at the time. And I'm just like, oh. And I spun around and walked away.
No, seriously, did you just spin around and walk away, or
yes, I did.
Back a few times?
I did a little woohoo. But yeah, that was that was my first time seeing you like participate in the lifestyle.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Now, do you want to tell from your perspective?
From my perspective, I was getting railed and I looked up and we made eye contact.
Wait, getting railed? What is this, 1962? Yeah, man, I railed her.
It was a long time ago.
Wasn't that long ago.
But yes, it was one of those where
so you're in the pit getting railed.
Yes, I was in the pit and I looked up and all I saw was you looking down at me. So it was like eye contact. I was like, oh, hi, hello. And then you were gone.
Well, I didn't get invited, so.
Well,
Ann says kind of how it happened with Joe and her.
Oh,
that's a story I'd love to hear.
I know. God had a moment.
Yeah, we'll have to have that one that conversation off camera, I think, or maybe we won't. Maybe we're not allowed.
Yeah, but it was
offline.
Offline.
Okay.
But it was one of those too, since it was kind of like the first night, and like I remember the DJ booth was over against the wall, adjacent to the pit, somewhat.
Yeah, I'd like to find the pictures. Maybe what I should do is get all the pictures that I have. I don't have a ton of pictures of what it looked like right after we opened.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a couple of pictures from right before we opened, like, like carpet was still being put in and stuff like that. But I don't think I have any of just the space like prior to opening, which is strange because I've got pictures of fucking all kinds of shit.
Well, you have pictures of all the actual lifts and things from when it was
Yeah.
the actual
Well,
you know,
those are actually up at the club. Those are on
yeah,
the
tire
walls
shop.
in the dining area.
Mhm.
Some of the pictures from what it actually looked like before we took over
Yeah.
the space. So because it was an actual garage.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
I don't know that everyone understands that that's why the club is called the Body Shop.
Mhm.
So
Well, I think you had been open for a while, maybe a couple months or so, and as you have told me the story before, it was a member who was just kind of like, just embrace what you are. Like all this is a body shop. It's an old
well,
body
yeah.
shop
I mean
converted.
that's the Reader's Digest version. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was called something else. We've told the story a couple of times already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's a question.
Okay.
So with the Canton Club closing and the idea of it having been in a garage and calling it the Body Shop,
Mhm.
I already know instinctually what the answers are going to be, but I'm just curious. Does the name change to something else since it's no longer a body shop or in a repair facility?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. It's stuck now. It's
It's
now
still
forever.
where we all come to get our bodies worked on.
yeah.
Not all of us.
See?
Um,
See, everyone's like, no, don't you dare.
I mean, it's a thought. I just, I don't know. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's it's the body shop reincarnated.
it is,
Mhm.
and I'm hopeful that's, something Chris Frankie coming at it from the actual marketing part of it. Yes, I agree. It's actually, I think that was part of the problem that we did in Toledo, is that we completely changed the name of the club to the Body Shop, thinking that doing so would, put it in a different light.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, that didn't seem to happen or materialize.
Yeah.
So Jen wants to know what I have in mind. I don't really.
No.
So, but no, I don't have a problem keeping it at the Body Shop. I mean, it's served us well, and
Yeah.
there is some name recognition there now. I don't know how much, but so,
Hey, 11 years worth.
yeah.
It's not broke.
No, it's not broke. It's not. I'm just feeling this is just a really weird time, with all of this happening. Dave says not until he's gone I can call it whatever I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sad, it's sad. But I'm excited for what's coming next, and I have no idea what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't if we were going to move to another space, I knew it had to be bigger, better, faster than what it is now,
Right.
and certainly should be on par with with what the offerings are in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the people of Akron, Canton, Canton, Akron,
Mm-hmm.
Deserve that.
Yeah.
And not just throw something else together haphazardly.
Yeah.
That doesn't serve them well.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we asked some staff if they wanted to jump in and talk tonight a little bit about the club and their experiences, so on and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave, that's exactly right. Never go backwards. And, you know, we were happy to stay where we were at and continue to develop that space, but, um, you know, that's not in the cards anymore. So, um, but anyway, so we're waiting for a couple of staff to jump in. We told them to come in around 8:25, and
So
so
I have a question. How did Squibs get into the club?
wait, you say that like, how did that motherfucker get in the club?
No, because I was there at the beginning. I remember several iterations of seeing Dave and Miranda around and stuff, but I don't recall how they ended up, working.
Well, they started out as members,
Right.
and I guarantee you Dave knows the conversation probably to a T because he has a memory like an elephant. But
Right, he's like, let me get home, I'll call you.
But if I remember correctly, it was just a conversation about, I think we were looking for some help, and you know, they offered, and I think it's 8 years, maybe.
Oh my God, no.
I don't remember exactly. It's like 8 years that Dave Miranda have been involved with the club. So I'm gonna, Sarah, are you ready? You're a little choppy. You look like you're something from I don't know, I'm trying to think. She's having, shake your head yes if you're ready. All right, she's ready. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at this.
Where's she at? Where are you at?
Hey.
Can you say hello?
Hi.
She just got her bath. She's just getting ready for bed.
Are you going to bed?
I had you guys through my headphones. There we go.
Oh, that's right.
Can you say hi?
So let me give a little context here because some people don't know who Sarah is. So Sarah worked for us. Well, this is pre-pandemic now.
yeah.
And then left us to have a kid.
I know. What an asshole am I.
But a cutie.
Thank you. Thank you. She's been
Listen.
a blessing.
Yeah.
That is the only reason you're getting away with it.
I love you. Good night. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But Sarah, I really had hoped that you were coming back, and listen, I get it, but
I had her, and like my entire life changed, and just I don't know, man. Like, she was just so much fun, and I don't know. Like, I haven't taken a weekend away from her yet. Like, I'm going away for my first time in 17 months. Well, actually, since pre-pandemic, this weekend actually, and I'm even having a little bit of anxiety about leaving her, even though she's going to be here with Daniel. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to go yet. Like, but I enjoyed her so much that. And as much as I love you guys and I love the club and I love the environment and being there, I love being at home, and I love being here with her and waking up with her early in the mornings and everything else. That, I mean, I know we had talked a couple times. You had messaged me about maybe coming back, like, hey, if you want to come back. And it was just kind of like, I loved it. It's just, I think I kind of love being at home with her a little bit more.
Of course, there's no comparison. Please.
It's a blessing. That's for sure.
Of course yeah. It is. I mean, you've been deeply missed. It's been a super interesting time since you've been gone.
I can imagine. I've definitely missed you guys too. It's been different. I mean, when you go from doing that every single weekend, sometimes both Friday and Saturday, to then, being in the middle of a pandemic and being pregnant and not being able to do anything. It just kind of changes. It's a whole life changing aspect. Everything about it just changed.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, Rachel is saying that misses you a lot, but that Cutie definitely wins. And of course, then Squibs is like, "Hey, my work wife left me."
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I miss everybody that's down there, and I'm really sad. And I was going to try and make it down this Saturday. But like I said, my girlfriend and I have been trying to plan a weekend away for months now, and the stars aligned, and we were able to make it work this weekend. But are you guys going to be open on Friday?
Just Saturday. Yeah,
No.
this is literally the last 5 hours.
The last hurrah at this location, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when you guys find a new location and you open, then I'll have to come out and rage with that shit into play.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. What you sent me was very interesting.
I will make some phone calls tomorrow and I'll see. So it's a long story short, but a cousin of ours owned a catering company, and that was his banquet hall that went with the catering company. And when he passed away, or right before he passed away, he sold it to this whatever entertainment company it is.
Yeah, I saw.
And they turned it into one of those like sweepstakes internet gambling places or whatever.
Yep.
And it was there for a while, and then it went out, and the building's been vacant. I mean, I drive by it like 3 times a day. So you know 62, where the Walmart is on 62.
Yeah, I already looked at it. I looked at it online, and yeah.
It's just right off of 62.
Yeah. Hey, Devin, if you want to jump in, click on the link from the group page. Yeah. So we'll see.
Keep me posted. I mean, I may not be able to come back right away, to work, but I mean, I can at least maybe help you get it off the ground. And I mean, maybe someday I'll be able to come back. I mean, it's just right now, it's just, I really enjoy this baby, and she's just so fun.
Of course. So before you go, go ahead, Mary Lou, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, before you go, what is, or do you have like a crazy story or memory?
Oh my God. Okay. So this is my first, this is really funny. So I had gone to get this is my entrance story into the club, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I had gone to get my eyebrows waxed. It was in this beginning of summer of 2016. And I met this woman who used to be a member of your club. And I went down, and she was like, "You look super familiar." And I'm like, "I have no idea where I know you from." And she's like, "Have you ever been to the body shop?" I'm like, "Which one?" And she was like, "No, the body shop." I'm like, "Yeah, which body shop?" Like, and I'm thinking like automotive shop. And she's like, "No, the club on Cleveland Avenue." I'm like, the sex joint down behind Adult Mart. And she was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh no." And then I asked her about that soap place in the mall, like the soap place in the mall.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, the place the club on Cleveland Avenue." I'm like, "The sex place or like the sex club?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh no, like I've never been there before. Like I live right around the corner from it. I know where it's at. I know of it. I've never been there." Well, anyway, long story short, she added me to the Body Shoppers page on Facebook. And then you added me, G, as a friend on Facebook. And I'm assuming you probably added me because you thought that I was a member or whatever. And long story short, you had
Or I
posted
thought you were
something
hot.
Hey, it's these right here. This is what it is right here. That's what it is. So you posted something on Facebook about looking for help at the Canton Club, and I was working at the bus garage, and I'm like, hey, I asked my husband, I was like, what do you think about me working at the body shop? And he's like, "Oh, I asked if you wanted to go down and hang out there, and you didn't want to go, but you want to get a job there." I'm like, "Yeah, totally different, bro. Like totally different." So I came down, I met you and Dave. We did a tour of the club. And the next weekend after that was Jello wrestling, and you didn't want to throw me to the wolves. So you had me come in the weekend after that. It was June of 2016. So I came in. It was a Friday night, and Miranda was bartending, and Dave was managing, and he was doing tours, and he was teaching me how to do tours. So he's taking me around, and he's showing me all the things, and I'm watching him do tours. Now, I want you to keep in mind that when I first started working there, I was so nervous to start working that I would take Xanax before my shifts because I was so nervous that I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I really didn't know a lot about it, but I'm like, you know what? It's extra cash. Like, let's just see what happens.
Good on you for not like dipping out. Like,
Yeah.
look at where you're at today because of it.
Right. So I was standing there one night, and this is back when, before the black wall was built, the pool table was still where the group room is. And the DJ booth was against the garage doors in the middle. And you had like those big booths in the back, and the tables were kind of, they had the couches, and they made that L where it kind of cut off the bar area from the dance floor area.
Yep.
So I'm walking around and I'm following Dave, and I'm doing this tour, and I have my hands in my pockets. I will never forget this until the day I die. I have my hands in my pockets, and I'm like, what the fuck am I getting myself into? So we're walking through, and I'm listening to Dave, and he's giving the tour, and I'm trying to learn from him. And there was a woman sitting on the couch, and there was a man standing in front of her, and she was giving him a blowjob. And I'm like panning the club, and him and I lock eyes. And I was like, and I just like looked away, like, what the fuck? Like, wait, this is. And he just kind of like smiled at me and like looked back down at what was going on. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. So time goes on, and I'm just like, just stick it out. Like, this could be a lot of fun. Let's just see what happens with this. 4 years later, I got pregnant, and there I was. and then it went to like walking by and people doing things. And they'd be like, hey, Sarah, and hey, what's up? I'm like, your dick is definitely in her, and you just said hi to me, but what's going on? Like, it became like a normal thing. And it's funny because people used to question me, and they'd be like, oh my God, what's it like to work there? Like, that's gotta be the coolest thing ever, to watch people do that all night. And I'm like, after a while, it just becomes such a normal thing that like you don't walk in there and you're like, I'm like, all right, like this is what's probably gonna happen tonight, like whatever. And you walk in and you do your job, and hey Bob, hey Joe, sup Sarah, like what's going on? Like, and it was nothing. Like, and you give them hugs and kisses, and they'd walk out the door and go home and whatever. And you'd see them the next weekend, and it was great. And I met a lot of really cool people and made a lot of really good lifelong friends, and it was wonderful. All because it all started out with a Xanax before work and locking eyes with some guy who was getting his dick sucked. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I just stuck it out and went from cleaning beds to managing on the weekends with Dave and Kenny and doing all that. And it was never 100% all the time. You're going to have your issues. You're going to have your run-ins no matter where you work or what you do. But I can tell you that through all of the rough times, and the rough times weren't even really rough, there were a million more great times that made up for all of those times that were not really, Absolutely. And I can tell you that every time I walked in there, you never knew what was going to happen. You never knew who was going to walk through the door. You never knew what the night was going to bring, but it just made it that much more fun and that much more interesting. And it was never a boring job. I can tell you that much. But I mean, it was fun. I really enjoyed my time there, and I'm really sad to see this happening. And but things happen, and times change, and it's an unfortunate thing that it is what it is. But I'm really hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that the time will come that you'll be able to open another location, because I mean, it's fun and it's a wonderful group of people.
Let's do. If you have a few more minutes, Devin just popped on. They're sitting in the back, and Devin, you ready? All right, we're gonna bring Devin in.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Hey, girl.
Okay, cool. Hi, I miss you so much. Oh my gosh.
You. How are you?
Doing good. The babies just went to sleep. They're losing their second nap right now, which is killing me. Yeah. It's been a day, so I dyed my hair.
I love it.
Oh,
It looks
like
beautiful.
I like it.
I'm really digging this two-tone look that people are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
It's the first time trying it, and I think I did okay. We'll see.
It looks good.
I like the silver.
It looks sweet.
Oh, you were talking about Devin's hair. I thought you meant my two-tone hair.
Yeah, your two-tone hair.
I'm digging this shaggy thing you got going on here. Like, all right, Fabio.
Right?
Like, cool it down for the ladies. Like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
What's funny about it is, for years, you guys know him as being the one that's always doing this with his hair when he's talking to you.
Oh,
and now he's always doing this.
Flip your
putting his
phone.
hair up in a ponytail.
I flipped it and I lost you. That's what happened.
Oh, yes. I am forever playing with. Well, first of all, I had a fidgety thing where I'd play with my hair anyway. But now that it's longer, I'm like a mental patient. Like it's just nonstop. And I catch myself sometimes. I'm like if somebody, if this was like the Truman Show and there were cameras on me 24/7, they would legit think there was something wrong with me.
It happens.
Yes. Yes. Mr. Clean Cut G.
Yes.
LL Cool G bringing it in with the niblets.
Yep.
So
he's got a badge that says that now.
Niblets.
No.
Wait, you
LL Cool G.
Oh, yes. Yes. I have a badge that says LL Cool G.
I got to tell you that I logged into the Body Shop page for the first time the other day, and I can't probably since 2020 to possibly look at signing up for Saturday night. And I logged in with the niblets, and I got to tell you, I logged in and I'm like, oh my God, it still works. Nostalgia.
Yes. Any stories from you two working together, Devin, that you remember?
I mean, there's a lot of issues that Sarah handled well, but other than that, like, I mean, we had a lot of issues with those darn toilets. It'll be so nice to have a different place because of situations like that and issues like that.
Yeah,
I'm looking for something, so please bear with me while you guys are talking. If you think I'm like just messing around.
Well,
Sarah's doing a couple lines of coke while.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry. Oh wait. It needs to be like Amber Heard on the.
Yeah,
on the,
you need
on
the
trial,
tissue.
Right?
Yeah, you need the tissue.
Sorry.
Listen, I've only seen literally bits and pieces of this, and from what I've seen, it's a fucking shit show.
It is a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Understatement of the year.
Yes, totally. So Rachel says, as the psych on board, they can say that you're not crazy, G. At least not in that way.
Yeah, trust
with your
me.
Hair.
Trust me. So I would be remiss if you mentioned Kenny's name came up a couple times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through pictures on my phone the other day and I came across some group photos from St. Patrick's Day and from a couple of the different nights that we worked that we'd taken pictures that we had posted group photos on the staff page on the Body Shoppers page, and I came across a couple different photos of Kenny, and it was it's kind of bittersweet because when we first started working together, he was really hard on me. And like real hard on me, like to the point where like I would leave work crying a couple times. And I know that you and I had talked a few times, and then it just kind of came to that we ended up having a really good working relationship, and then we became work friends, I guess. And I had taken him home a few times, and it was we ended up having a really good time working together, and it was a really sad situation because the last few years that I worked with Kenny, like we got along really great and we had a great working relationship, and that was just really sad and really tragic, very sudden, and it's just one of those hard situations.
Yeah. Kenny is the one employee who's been with us the longest between all the clubs.
Yeah.
And
he's
really missed. It was one of those things. God mentioned him today as if we were going to talk about Kenny. And they spoke to G first, and G noted that he had gotten a bit teary-eyed, and then they spoke to me about, were we going to talk about Kenny? And I immediately got all teary-eyed and emotional, thinking, wow.
Yeah.
To talk about Kenny, he was awesome. He was a great friend, a great staff member, manager, and It didn't matter what was going on. He was always there for you,
Right.
whoever you were. It didn't matter.
Once we found our flow, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I could tell you stories from the nights a couple times when we took him home. And I mean, he's just hilarious. Hilarious.
But witty and sharp and
Yes.
perceptive.
Yes.
I marvel at the people that are so perceptive and they pick up on all the little nuances that people do and say, or and because I don't, and he could just pick up on that stuff like that and flip it around on you real fast.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
One of my first experiences was with Kenny.
Oh, yeah. So, because you, I know we talked about this on one of the other live streams. You were actually working at Adult Mart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how I found out about the body shop. I heard you guys had food. It was midnight. I was off work. I was hungry. I only stayed 15 minutes the first night I ever walked into the building. I was working terrified.
That night.
Was it?
I think so, because didn't you come in with a coworker?
I came in with a coworker. I was dressed in Harley Quinn lingerie.
Yes,
I
remember
got
this.
so uncomfortable so quick, and then I went to Waffle House in Harley Quinn lingerie. So don't do that, guys.
Wait.
That was
you were at Waffle House in Harlequin lingerie.
Yeah, it was like with the booty hanging out, and like it was the crop top. It was.
How did that go?
Just covered enough to be public, okay, but like still not okay. That went okay because there was like 6 of us, so that was it, and it was like 2 a.m. by this time because we were meeting up with friends to go to. Oh my god, it was just. Waffle House was great.
Do you know that G has not been to Waffle House yet?
Ever.
Depending on how your stomach is, only do it if there's a toilet close.
No, that's blasphemous. Blasphemous. You need some smothered covered hash browns, and you need waffles, and you need eggs, and oh my, I am appalled. I am driving to your house this weekend. No, I can't this weekend.
Mine?
Next weekend, I'm going to come pick you up, and then we're going to go to Pittsburgh and get those 2, and then we're all going to go to Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning.
This weekend would work better for me, but
I can't. I'm going to town.
I get it.
Okay, well, we're going to plan this.
The weekend after.
Fine, so we're going to plan. We're going to plan a trip around going to Waffle. Is there a Waffle House in Pittsburgh?
I'm sure we can find one.
We'll find one.
That would be kind of dope to go post prom for Waffle House. But the Waffle House, the last time I was there, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, near the 103 exit, and they are only serving to go. Still,
is that the one in Canton South?
Yeah,
I think the one in Belden's open. But if we get together and we go chill at the Pittsburgh Body Shop when they close up shop for the night, we can all just hop in the car and go get some food.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I like food.
Listen, girl, me too. Do I look like I eat healthy?
I mean, I do.
I have onions.
Now you got everyone wants to go
to.
Everyone wants to go to Waffle House with the Body Shop girl.
Hey, listen, it'll never be a dull moment. I can promise you that.
Hey, so real quick, while we got Chevy in here, so we did. Yeah. There's an update to the entertainment schedule.
Yeah.
DJ Chevy is now going to be DJing at the Canton location because there are so many people paid, not just RSVP, but paid to come to the club on Saturday. Mm-hmm. We added a third bartender, so it will be Courtney, Rhonda, and Neil behind the bar.
Yes.
Neil. What's Neil?
Yeah, Neil. He's our DJ.
Yep.
Yeah.
DJ / bartender /
he used to be a member about 5 years ago, so you might have met him, but
can I ask his last name? Can you message me his last name?
I can message, or if you can look at the private chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Anyway,
I'll show you.
Yeah. So my understanding about Neil is that he's very much liked by the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Not who I'm thinking of. Okay.
I mean, he's liked by me, if that counts.
That does count. That
Ah.
does count. Of
No, I
course,
harass
of
him all the
course.
time. He was messaging me the one night, and he's like, "I think I'm in love," and I'm like, "Who is he?"
That is unfortunately one of my jokes. Also,
Yeah. No. Yep. Great minds, G. Great minds are terrible ones. Anyway.
Well, see, even Rachel says he can be nice to look at.
Yeah. Oh yes.
well, the nice part is that he'll be behind the bar on Saturday, so everybody will get a good look see. So let's see if he wears Speedos or anything like that.
A little bit more accessible.
If you get him to do that, you try, G. Get him to do that.
I think it's going to come off a little creepy if I ask him to wear Speedos.
Not at all. It actually may be more copacetic if you ask him.
Right, exactly. I asked him to dress up as Wolverine because I was dressing up as X-23 for the halfway to Halloween, and he did it. And he shaved part of his beard. And he messaged me the whole time, and he was like, "No, I'm not doing this." And then I was like, "But you're so close to being perfectly Wolverine. Come on, just a little bit." He's like, "I'm gonna get so much shit at my other job for this," and I'm like, "It's worth it though."
And
Rachel
he did it.
says it's the
He did
new
it.
uniform.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so Chevy is going to be in Canton on Saturday. So I'm glad it's working out that way. So, and I appreciate Chevy making the adjustment where they are spinning on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
yeah. This way it gives the staff a little more time to actually enjoy, the last night at this location and, be able to talk to the members a little bit more, hopefully, before the send off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hope is, and Dev and I were talking a little earlier today, the focus right now is making sure that Saturday is a fucking amazing experience for the people that are there.
Yeah.
And I don't care if 5 people show up, 50 or 500, we're going to have a wonderful time no matter what. And, I want to go out with a bang.
No pun, but all puns intended.
Yes. Pun intended. No, that is not an open invitation. I mean, for Mary Lou it is, but.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're just signing her up, huh?
No, I meant her and I bang. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Mary
What was
Lou
that conversation about consent?
Yes, Mary Lou is 100% in charge of her sexuality. I've got nothing to do with that. So.
Okay.
So much just went on right there.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, we're no doubt it's going to be emotional, but I really just want people. It's kind of like I've said this, when I die, I don't want it to be like a sad and somber funeral. I want it to be a celebration. I want people to be there, tell stories, tell the most ridiculous, stupid story that they have about me, and and just enjoy it and celebrate it. And that's what I want Saturday to be for the Canton Club. I want it to be all of those things for the people that are there. After that, I don't know what's going to happen. I just know it's going to be bigger than anybody could have imagined.
Yep.
So, and I don't know what that means. And it might be something different for each individual person. But this is just new chapters. I mean, Sarah, you're both of you, Devin and Sarah, both. I mean, bringing, life into this world. Your lives are completely different and better for it. So,
Some days.
Yeah, right.
and to think, years down the line to be like, yeah, remember everyone used to talk about that club that used to be down in Cleveland Avenue? Well, Your mom used to work there.
Right? Your mom is a lot cooler than you think she is, kid.
Yes.
I
Don't
honestly
talk to me about
dread
your
the day that I have
pronouns.
to explain
I
this to
was
my
around
kids.
before there were pronouns.
Yeah.
I'm older than Google. That's about what I got.
Oh, I can't turn my camera around. I was going to show you the babe. She's racked out, but I don't know how to turn my camera around.
Oh, that's
Double
okay.
tap, maybe?
And that's what I
Usually
tried, but it,
No.
Is that an iPhone?
yeah.
Figures.
Oh,
Damn Apple.
I was at the dispensary over the weekend.
there she is.
Oh my God. How often do you creep in on your kids while they're sleeping?
All the time.
Me, not at all. Don't wake
All the
them-
time.
Do not wake them up. Like, at all.
You gotta
Oh,
remember,
no.
Devin's got twins.
I've got
So-
4 kids total. I've
Yeah.
done
Oh,
the
yeah,
creeping.
no.
I am good on the creeping. We don't want them to wake up. Dante's been waking up at like 2 or 3 a.m. with night terrors for like the last week since we came home
Oh.
from vacation.
No.
And then he wakes up Coraline. So then both babies are screaming until like 6 a.m. I finally get them to sleep and I go to sleep and then Cody gets home from work and I'm like, ah. I woke up.
Do you literally make that noise and face?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends how tired I actually am. Usually it's just screaming.
See, we got lucky
Yeah.
with her, and I think a lot of it had to do with multiple circumstances, but we put her down between 7 and 8 usually every evening,
Mhm.
and she will sleep until 8,
Oh.
9 o'clock tomorrow if we let her.
Nice.
Wow.
She wakes up every once in a while. She's been sick a lot in the last almost year and a half, but she sleeps great. Like I just turned her light on, and she is face down, draped over her blanket, just in the mattress. Loving
Super
it.
comfy.
Yeah, loving it. Like we got blessed. Everybody's like, "You gonna have more?" And I'm like, I don't want to jinx it, man. Like she's great. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, right?
Right. Listen, if you want me to take one of those twins off your hands for a while, I'd be totally happy to. Just saying.
So
You need a
I've
break?
got
I got you.
I've got a question.
I mean-
What is the pooping scenario like?
I gotta poop. What?
For me? Or for the
What?
baby?
Are you
Right,
ready,
I mean,
Sarah?
if you want to share either one or both, that's fine. Let's talk about poo a
Let's
little.
talk about poo.
Actually,
Yeah.
last Saturday, I would love to. Can we get guesses real quick as to how many times we said poo last Wednesday? Because it was a lot.
147 times.
I missed.
Yeah,
last
you put them in now because I guarantee you
Doing
nobody's
that
watched.
as well.
I haven't even watched the stream to count how many there were.
I haven't
I'm gonna-
watched it, but I know it's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
37 times, even though I didn't watch it.
Yeah, God reminded me that we hadn't said she. God says, "I bet the listeners are thirsty by now."
And of course, Queso's like 137 times.
Yeah.
What I am curious is the person that does our montages and stuff. You know, when they do that one episode, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? It poop 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 poop."
We-
poop, poop,
Edit that
poop,
out.
poop, poop,
Edit that out. Edit that out. No. Fuck.
Well, the thing the sort of this quasi game has started where, you know, if I say poo, they're supposed to just take a drink of something or vape or
yeah.
whatever.
the
So
drinking game.
yes. Oh. You got Devin with her moonshine.
No, it's all water. So I stream on Twitch after this, and
Oh,
I have
okay.
a hydrate redeem, so people make me drink lots of water, and I have to pee half an hour into it. Yeah.
Cool.
Not while they watch.
I mean, they don't watch me pee. No, Twitch is not like that.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Hey,
Like,
people
is that
pay a lot
part
of
of
money
the-
for that.
Is
I
that,
mean,
I
I've
was gonna
had
say, is that
guys
part of the show?
offer, but
You know, you
No.
can't even do that on Chatterbait.
No.
really,
Nope.
no
No
urination
peeing.
nation.
Nope. What?
Urination Nation. It's from the Taboo magazines that Hustler used to put out.
Yeah.
Oh, so that sounds like a website or something.
Why are you gonna buy it? Look for it. Urination Nation.
Maybe you
I
should start
have-
that.
I have a Hustler taboo that has a urination. Nation.
Sarah, I have so many different websites and stupid shit I've been wanting to start for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
The only one I've actually executed on as its own website so far is safersex.com.
Yeah.
That is it.
What did you buy last week?
I don't know. I bought a bunch of domains today too.
Today. Oh my.
Today.
What domains did you buy?
Freaky.
Freaky.
Like
Yeah.
FURRR?
FURREAKY. And then I bought freaks. I bought like 8 different iterations of that.
Well, you know what though? Somebody might come back one of these days and be like, "Oh, I need this," and then pay you a shit ton of money for it.
Exactly.
Right? Well,
People
actually,
do
I
that
did it.
all the time.
I only did it because we're going to host a furry event Independence Day weekend here in Pittsburgh because the Anthrocon is that weekend. So we want to do a furry event that Friday. And I thought, you know, freaky, you sort of melt the two things together and, you know, but some people come up with some other ideas. I know YIF, YIFF is a thing. I don't know exactly what that means, but
Nope, don't know.
Never heard of it?
No. Nope. I've heard some weird things the last couple days too. So apparently
anything PG-13 you can share?
I mean, so Twitch recently is starting to get rid of people saying ara ara because they're using it as a sexual context. But it actually is the equivalent in Japanese of saying "oh my." So everybody's like, well, all the little weeby people, the anime nerds, and everybody are like going ara ara, and like.
Have you watched Project Melody?
No.
Really? Are you familiar with Project Melody?
No, never heard of it. I should probably figure it out. What is this? Is this an anime?
Well, it is. It's actually a CGI character that is dubbed. How do I say this? Kind of like a I don't know. They mimic the person's actions, like they talk and they do what the person does.
Oh, like a VTuber.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I actually have a model for VTubing that I did this week.
Oh.
Like I made one. She's like a panda. I don't know if I could put her up on my camera, but
that would be interesting.
We're gonna need you to try.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. 1 second.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sarah, I miss you so much.
I miss you guys too.
I really do.
Yeah, actually, this can be a thing.
We should just do a whole show around Sarah every week.
What? Why? I'm not that interesting.
I beg to differ. So, anyway, well, actually, we're at coming up on an hour already. Can you believe that?
I am actually gonna hop off of here. I gotta go finish making dinner. We've started walking. I'm trying to lose this baby weight that I still have left over after babies. So we've started walking, and plus we have a cruise coming up at the end of June. So I need to, which I won't be, but in my mind, I want to try to get bathing suit body ready. So
hey,
you look great.
You feel good. Yeah, you do look great, actually.
I'm down like 87 pounds.
Nice.
Holy smokes.
So we'll yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I got a lot to go, but we're working on it one day at a time. So
but I haven't great.
Thank you. I haven't gotten a chance to finish making dinner. I set my alarm and I was walking around. Daniel gave baby a bath and I'm like chopping onions and I'm like, oh, I can get this done real fast. And then I got the onions chopped and my alarm went off and I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, now wait, you give Daniel a bath too?
in the sink. So I just took the baby and then I pick him up over my shoulder and I wash his backside and then I rinse it off with a little sprayer and he's like, and he just loves it. I mean, it's wonderful.
He makes an anime face.
He does. He goes, ooh. Yeah, he loves it. Actually, he loves it.
Okay.
Sarah, we love you. Oh my God,
I love you.
We are definitely getting together soon at a Waffle House near somewhere.
Yeah, listen. Even if it's not Waffle House, my last day of school is Friday. for work, and I actually just completed a phlebotomy course. And once we get back from vacation, I'm going to look into getting back into the medical field, and the starting point to maybe get into like critical care nursing for like med flight or becoming a paramedic for med flight or something. But my goal is to completely leave the bus garage behind me
you.
as of this Friday. So so I'll have about a month to myself, and then once I come back from vacation and hopefully find something and start a new position. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I will have all the time in the world, so for a few weeks.
Okay.
So let me know, and I can come to you. We can meet up somewhere. We can get lunch. We can catch up.
For
we can do
sure.
something. But
Yeah.
we
Well,
can,
we're gonna be in Canton a few times for the move and all that too. So
Yeah.
but
let me know.
all right,
We'll figure
cool.
something out.
Well, tell Daniel he said thank you for allowing us to talk to you tonight and interrupt dinner.
No, you are perfectly fine. He's okay. He's cool. I was like, I gotta get on my phone at 8:25 so I can hop on this stream with the body shop crew. And he was like, that's fine. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
Go do your shenanigans or whatever.
All right,
So,
Sarah. Thank you so much.
thank you. I love and I miss you guys, and hopefully we can all get together soon. And I promise, Devin, we're gonna get together and we're gonna go
Oh yeah.
Waffle House this shit up because it needs to happen.
Or we
Oh,
can
yeah.
Yes.
take
Smothered
babies
and
to the
covered.
park
Let
or
the
something.
fuck some
But you
waffles
know,
up.
Dude, what'd you say?
I said, or we could just take babies to a park or something.
I'm so down for that.
I haven't taken G to the park in such a long time.
Oh, you know what? Let's go play date.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited. Make sure we bring our sunscreen, though. We can't have any of these little tushies getting sunburned.
No tushies, no red tushies.
I actually just got the twins' bicycle helmets so that I can take them on a bike ride tomorrow.
Oh, I love it. Do you have one of those bikes that has a little seat on the back of it, or do you have one of those?
I have a
behind things?
trailer. I have a trailer. Oh yeah, those are nice.
Cool.
The trailer.
Yeah,
Put the
no,
kids in the trailer.
I can fit in this trailer, G. Like it just pulls behind the bike. Now I'm not going to ride in it with anybody because they'll kill me, but or I'll kill them with the weight. But anyway, I can fit in it. It's very large, and both babies sit in there side by side, and you can put groceries in there. It's nice. That's basically what I used as a vehicle for 2 years because I didn't have a license for 2 years when I was by myself with the girls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sarah. Bye, Sarah.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Sarah.
Have a good night, guys. Love you. I'll talk to you
Me
soon.
too. Devin.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you? I love that setup. That's such a cool setup for you.
So it actually generally looks a lot better. I usually clean up, but like this is usually my cleanup time. I start streaming around 10. So I came on here. Yeah. No, you're good. I honestly could cancel the whole thing tonight. Dave said you can't connect.
Dave said he couldn't. Dave was trying to get in, but he couldn't get connected.
Get connected.
Sorry, I read out loud. That's probably a bad idea. I do that. I'm terrible. Don't tell me secrets in there.
No, I'm not going to do that now.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
we're sending secret messages.
Yes.
Merely wanted me to take my top off for everybody. That's how we're gonna get everybody to leave the live stream.
He wants everyone to show everyone his freaking chest.
My furry chest.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Craziness.
Devin, do you have any stories that stick out from your time at the body shop other than your first time?
There's a lot of been. Yep. A lot of been English. There's been a lot of interesting moments at the body shop, specifically learning new things, like putting people on their back in the swing and jumping on top of them.
Wait, that's something you've done?
No. My parents aren't watching this ever. Gosh, please don't let my parents watch this ever.
You have 4 kids. I'm pretty sure they know you had sex.
Shh. Immaculate conception.
Hey, Jody. Jody just popped in.
Hey.
And Zoe says that they like your eyeshadow.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. I
Yeah.
did it to match the hair. You can't really tell, but it's
No,
actually
I can tell.
pink and
No, you
green.
can see. Yeah.
It's really fried now. This was a
Aw.
bad decision I made today. It was I had $30 in my bank account, and I was like, "That's enough for hair dye." Yeah.
Oh my God.
Nice.
That's the day.
Yep. Well, hopefully we'll see Jody on Saturday. Yeah, that would be
That
nice.
would be nice. Yeah. Going back to that, the people that want to be there are going to be there. And I'm, listen, I understand, like Sarah can't make it. I get it. If you can't make it, I get it. We're not going away forever.
Yeah.
Not at least not yet. I'm not in the fucking ground. Once I'm in the ground, I think it's a safe bet that it's not coming back.
Well, once you are.
No, you got to pass it
Maybe.
on and keep it going for the rest of forever.
Listen, I would love for that to happen. We'll see.
Oh, Turtle's got a story. Ooh. You'll have to tell us on Saturday, Turtle.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to just reconnecting with people, connecting with people that I've not met before, and just watch people have a great time. That's really all I want for Saturday. So, but
I think that's the best part of the entire club is just people enjoying themselves and being free and open. And I think that'll be the thing I miss the most too.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Canton definitely deserves to have that. And if something is meant to be, it'll happen.
Yep.
So, but, well, with that, I guess we're going to wrap things up. We're just over an hour. So do you want to stay for the end of the show?
I mean, I can, or I can leave. It's up to you.
That's up to you. I know you got to get ready for your live stream.
Yeah.
Fuck that live stream.
I just turn on my Xbox and play video games and people throw money at me. That's it.
Listen, I am super jealous that you can do that. I am not going to lie. I wish I could do that.
I made $75 in the last 3 weeks just sitting here playing video games. Which isn't a ton of money, but it's a ton of money just to sit here and talk to people and play video games. And I don't even do it for the money. I do it because I'm lonely. It's nighttime. Cody's at work. I want to play some video games, but some of them are kind of creepy, and I don't want to be by myself. Like that's exactly how this whole thing pans out.
So having someone talk in your ear and go, "Where's that ghost?"
So they talk in a chat similar to this.
Okay.
And then there's different redeems, like they can cause screams and stuff that make me jump, which is really nice.
Wow.
But yeah, no, yep, that's a thing.
Twitch.
Sorry.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That is super
I mean,
wild.
you guys are actually being hosted on my channel right now. Anyway.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I went ahead and messaged my friends. I don't know if any of them have popped in to say hi or anything. I haven't really.
Somebody did earlier. They asked a question, and I was like, it was an odd question. I was like, what is that all about?
Sorry.
No. It was actually just kind of funny.
Yeah, no, I have hosted you guys on my channel every stream for like the last year.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if anybody's ever really popped in because I'm not really that huge of a channel. I'll just have like 5 or 6 people watching at a time. But like, if they
that explains why we have 1 or 2 people watching.
Sorry.
No, that's great. Thank you.
I talk about the club all the time while I'm streaming because people are like, "What do you do for work?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is a fun one. You guys wait."
That has to be an interesting conversation to have.
Usually.
Well, I think the person that chimed in from Twitch wanted to know what our opinion was of Johnny Sins, the porn star from Pittsburgh.
I don't recognize that username, so there might be one from me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, That was one of the questions earlier on that we didn't
All
get
right.
to. But so, God, are you
yes.
still here?
Yes, I am. Would you guys like to know what's going on this weekend?
Sure.
That would be great.
So Friday night in Pittsburgh, we have our Any Which Way But Straight event. So please come on out. Heterosexual is also welcomed as long as they are courteous. This is a event centered around everything else besides the heterosexual, model. On Saturday, we have our Back to the 80s party. So come get your retro on. And then, of course, Saturday night in Canton will be our naughty prom, the last dance.
Yeah.
Join me and Mary Lou and Dave.
So, for the record, you do not have to dress in prom attire to address that.
I think the ad says that you can dress in what you weren't allowed to wear to prom.
Yeah.
Correct. Meaning you want to dress provocative or whatever, or sexy, because of course, when we were in school, God, that sounds, oh my God, that's when we were in school. When we were in school, like you were not allowed to wear certain types of clothing, more specifically for the ladies, they'd wear, dresses that were not overly revealing or accentuating or whatever. So,
yes.
I'm assuming that there's some iteration of that still today, but yes. So wear what you like. Don't dress like a slob.
I mean, there was when I was in school. Not as effective.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
I mean, it was 11 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, I've passed the decade mark. Kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say how long because it was long.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute here.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, listen, we appreciate Devin, you coming on with us tonight. I know you got 4 kids to take care of. That's a lot of work.
Nah, just throw food at them. Go eat this. Get out of here. I should probably not do that on live streams. I don't do that. I am not neglectful. I am good mom. Oh yeah.
Clearly that is the case. I'm glad Sarah jumped in. She is a fucking hoot. Oh my God. I love her. And I appreciate you guys coming in. Came in to watch the stream tonight. Look forward to Saturday. I actually really do look forward to Saturday. I look forward to seeing everybody and spending time with them. And while it's going to be an emotional night for sure, I know it. I know great things are coming. So, but all right, folks. I'm not going to do the usual sign off. I'm just going to do our outro and call it a night. Appreciate you guys watching. If we don't see you this weekend at one of the clubs, we will see you next Wednesday, hopefully.
Yes.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks, Devin.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Devin.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Certified free, 7 days a week. That wet ass pussy good. My pull-out game weak. Ooh, yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. I'ma bring a bucket and a mop, darling. Give you everything I got. I'm falling. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Beat it up, swallow me, drip it down inside of me. I gotta jump out before it gets inside of you. Tell me where to put it, but don't tell what you about to do. Talk your shit, baby, bite your lip, girl. Ask for a car while you riding that dick. Oh, I'm gonna tell you wanna ride. Do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in your mouth, girl, while you're looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's